How do you go from a 6.5 to an 8.5 in 1 year? Let's find out. Hello, it's Keith from the Keith Speaking Academy and the English YouTube channel, English Speaking Success, here to help you become a more confident speaker of English. Now, today I want to share with you an interview. It's with one of my students from the Gold course, Fennia, or Yang Xuefen. Now, she is from a small town in Yunnan province in China, and she has amazing drive and motivation. She tells me in the interview that she is a natural introvert, like me, I guess, but she has managed to handle it and managed to overcome many of the obstacles that I think a lot of you face when preparing for IELTS, such as finding the time to study, studying enough every day, staying motivated, raising a family, and dedicating time to both your family and your study. It's not easy. Last year, she got a 6.5, and this year, she just took the exam and she got an 8.5. An amazing story. She tells us her story and a bit of how the Gold course helped her reach a goal. Let's jump in and find out more from Fennia about how she did it. Hello, Fennia. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Yeah, I'm very, very well. It's great to see you here. Welcome to the video. It's really nice to see you. And congratulations on your score. So recently you did very well in the IELTS test, right?
Yeah, I think so. And I get my desired band, and fortunately, finally.
Fantastic. Great. Well, to begin, I mean, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you're doing, and so on.
Well, I'm from China, and right now I live in Linchang, Yunnan province. It can be found in the southwest of China, and next to Myanmar.
Right.
And Linchang is a very tiny town, and it's famous for its black tea.
Oh, lovely. I'm a big fan of black tea, actually. I have
Wow.
my black tea here, but it's not from your town, I'm afraid. Great. Now, Yunnan, that's nice. I've been there. It's a beautiful place. It's a very mild climate when I was down there. It's a lovely place.
Yeah, it's famous for its pleasant weather and climate.
Right. Excellent. Now, you've taken IELTS. Why have you taken the IELTS test?
Well, I want to study abroad to get a PhD in clinical psychology. So I desperately want to get a higher band to improve my computation, you know.
Right. Excellent. Good. So you want to do a PhD. Do you know where you want to go?
I plan to study in USA, but you know, I got rejected several times. So I'm still trying. Maybe I will study in Italy, or I'm not sure right now.
Right. Okay. Okay. Great. So yeah, often family and things get in the way of our study. That's such a normal thing and quite a big challenge for everybody. For
Yeah.
you, for studying English and preparing for IELTS, apart from that, what are the other challenges that you faced?
Well, there are numerous challenges that pop up, you know, but I think there are two biggest headaches stand out. And the first one is I have to strike a balance between work and life. You know, as a mom, I have numerous family commitments to make, like taking care of my son and pitching and do some housework. You know, it's part of parenting and part of my responsibility. But I'm a nature introvert, and enjoy my sanitary, and I really want a lot of me time, But my family, they will always fight for my attention and time, especially my son. And he always would say, "Mom, play with me or spend some quality time with us." But I would say, "No, leave me alone. I want some me time. I will prepare for my IELTS." And I remember one time, he just banged the door and slammed the door. And, "You don't love me. You just love your IELTS and your exam." It was painfully disheartening and frustrating. I have always been struggling with guilt. It was a crying shame that I should have spent more time with them. And the other challenge is I have to fight demotivation. Preparing an IELTS test is a long journey, and without any positive feedback from people around you or your friends or family, people can easily lose steam and become dispirited and demotivated. So I think that's quite a challenge for me, and I think it's quite common for others who are preparing for IELTS test.
Yeah.
And so it's a lonely journey, and people can easily give up and throw in the towel. So I think that's the two challenges I face when preparing for IELTS.
Well, let me just say, you're not guilty on the first one. You're not guilty of not loving your family at all. I think that is not unusual. I think for parents who are dedicating time to working and studying, children often don't understand that. They come from a very emotional place. And sometimes we have to sacrifice that time. So, don't feel guilty. It's a natural thing. And well done you, gosh, for managing to continue as well. As I always say, it is a marathon. It's not a sprint, and it takes a lot of dedication to keep going. I mean, how did you keep motivated? I mean, that's a long time. How did you stay motivated?
Well, I think I always have to remind myself my passion and the purpose why I take the test. I think having good command of English will empower me to navigate my life. It's a journey towards my well-being, my growth, and self-discovery. So it's a must-do task. I have to deal with it.
Wow, that's impressive. Your focus is absolutely fantastic. That is great. That is so good. As you've been studying and preparing, and you said kind of in the last 6 months you spent more time on the Gold course. I am curious, how did the Gold course help you?
Well, I find the most valuable and constructive part of this course is for a step system. I think it's such effective and powerful way to grab your attention and capture imagination. This course contains numerous idioms and collocations, and which makes it easy to pick up some useful phrases and collocations that I can use in my speaking. And I couldn't get enough of it. Even after I took my test already, but I listened to one of these mini stories from time to time. It's a great way to relax.
Right, fantastic, great. I can see your control of idiomatic language and collocation is very, very good. As I'm listening to you, it strikes me as being very, very strong, which is really, really good. That 4-step system, the 4-step system is the kind of the speaking success system is, a way, I think, for students to practice, especially when they're on their own, to practice the collocations and practice the idioms.
Yeah, it's such a easy way to get started and build your confidence. It's not demanding at all. It's a very easy way to get started.
Now, you told me, and in fact, you've said here that you're an introvert. You're a natural introvert, and I understand that because I am a natural introvert. I love teaching, but I do socially get tired of people, and I need me time a lot. Being an introvert is also difficult communicating with people, right? It's not easy communicating and getting over that shyness in the exam and speaking to examiners. How did you handle that?
Well, sometimes I tell myself, this is part of your life. You have to handle it. And when you overcome this shyness, you can become more confident and be more natural. And what's more, you can get well with people. Otherwise, they will think, oh, you're so cold and you're so distant.
That's right.
But I'm not. I know I'm not.
You're not. I can feel the warmth coming through. The Yunnan warmth is coming through as you speak. You are a very, very warm person. So you got your test result recently. You're now looking to apply to study, and you said you're going to study clinical psychology. Is that right?
Yeah, but I think it's an uphill struggle for me. It's too competitive. The competition is dog to dog. But I think I will feel it, especially when I apply for a PhD in America. I think that's a very bad decision.
Well, not necessarily. Why? Because it's so competitive.
Yeah. They cutthroat competition.
There is a lot of cutthroat competition, but it's a growing area. It's an area that is growing bigger and bigger. The market, if that's the right word, I think is a growing market, and the demand for that is getting larger. But obviously you have to decide your balances, where you want to live, where you want your family to grow up, and the opportunities there as well.
Yeah, I just tell myself, okay, no matter what, come rain or shine, I will stick at it. It's my passion and it's my dream. I really want to make it come true. That's the meaning of my life.
Right. And with English, have you always loved English, like when you were at school?
No, not at all. If the truth be told, when I was in primary school, I studied English when I was in in high school, and our teacher had never taught us any learning strategies, and they just threw us numerous tests and the vocabulary, go and learn them by heart. So I quite hated English learning. But when I after graduation, I started to have a taste for English learning. I know it could open a door to another country, to another world.
Yeah, absolutely. Very interesting. And so now, as you've done your test, if you were to give some advice now, I mean, I'm thinking of people maybe watching this who are starting to prepare for IELTS, maybe they're facing challenges. What tips and advice would you give other students?
Well, I think I have 3 tips to share with those guys who are doing the test. I think the most important one is you need to cultivate a growth mindset. Enjoy your test. Don't see it as a burden. This IELTS test is more than a test. It's a journey towards your self-realization. I think, think about your dream and your objective. I think it's well worth it. And if you enjoy the test, you will become more confident, and your productivity will improve as well. And the second one is IELTS can be a journey which can be full of excitement, and it's a fruitful journey as well as a meaningful destination. So it will navigate you with whatever you want to get in your life. So I think you really need to stay positive and stay focused, you know. And the last one is that for this test, I think I need to talk something that it seems like have nothing to do with the test, but I think it's quite, and it's vitally important, is to take on a physical hobby like running, doing some yoga or things like that. This will boost your energy level and rise your spirits. So I think that's critically important. During this journey, a lot of people may feel exhausted, and they feel emotionally exhausted and physically draining. So I think doing some exercise will help you feel better and enable you to manage your stress.
That's great. That's lovely. So you've got growth mindset, with kind of enjoy the test, stay focused, and thirdly, kind of do some kind of exercise, because you need to be physically and mentally strong. It is physically and mentally draining doing the IELTS preparation and test. Those are great tips.
And I think a final point worth mentioning is that trust, believe in yourself, never underestimate your potential. I know it's tempting to think that I just an ordinary person, I unlike other students from well-off families, they can attend to international schools, but never think that as ordinary people we can master English, and all you need is a little bit of time and effort. It takes heart, and you can layer it finally if you trust yourself and believe in yourself. Some people, they just look down on themselves. Oh, I cannot do it. It's too hard. And I can never get my desired band. They just don't trust themselves. So I think it's not the truth at all.
That's right. That's beautiful advice. That idea of believing in yourself, trusting yourself, is so important to have that mindset. And you're right. You don't, there is no magic to success in IELTS. It's time, it's dedication, it's staying focused. You don't have to have all the expensive schools, and that kind of upbringing at all. That's such a lovely message. That's great. That is really nice.
Yeah, so I think there's no shortcut, and all you do is your dedication, your effort. Yeah. And I believe what you said in your course, good things happen to those who wait. If you are patient, you'll be rewarded. And let things happen, things run their own course, and all your hard work and effort will be paid off.
Yeah, I believe that. That's true. Yeah. Excellent. Fennia, it's so nice to speak to you, and it's great to hear all the advice and to hear your journey, which has been a challenging one, but it's such an inspiration to see you've done so well. And I do wish you the very, very best in your future progress, looking, for universities and for doing your PhD. I know you're going to be successful. It's clear from your mindset. It's gonna work out.
Thank you, Keith.
Great. So thank you very much, and we'll stay in touch. Take care. I hope you enjoyed that and found something interesting, some amazing tips from Fennia. And I hope it can be an inspiration and give you hope for your own study. Remember, be patient, be persistent, keep on studying. There really is no magic. It's just having a structure or a system to help you study but then for you to put in the time to do it. I think the Gold Course can help. It can give you that structure. It can give you a way to study the language you need and opportunities to practice the language. But, you know, keep going, keep sticking at it. I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you for watching today. A big thank you, of course, to Fennia for sharing her journey with us and giving us all hope and inspiration. If you've liked the video, give me a like. Remember, do subscribe, turn on notifications, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, my friend. Bye-bye.